welcome to another episode of Woodburn's Solving Your China Business Pain Points. My name is Christina Kohler-Colucci. I'm the head of business advisory at Woodburn Accountants and Advisors. And in today's episode, we are going to be looking at how to save your brand in China. China is emerging as a global IP leader and enforcer. As such, it really is the responsibility of any business owner to register their brand assets in China in a timely fashion before any IP hijacker or squatter can. Before you begin your internet searches, content downloads, social media networking, joining local or even foreign trade shows that have a China delegation, or even attending local Chinese networking events, or doing even more on-the-ground investigations and handing out name cards and all of that, you need to do your due diligence about registering your IP and protecting your IP. If you do not, you are openly making it easy for any local Chinese company to hijack or steal your brand asset. Now, in China, the registration process is quite simple. Although you're not required prior to filing an application, you are encouraged, especially we are encouraging our clients to do searches. What this means is that you do a trademark search in the China trademark database to see if any mark has already been registered or applied for that is like your mark and used on related type products or for related type services. Now, if your search yields a mark that you think might conflict with your mark, you should then check the status to see if that application or registration is active. You've got to remember that the failure to use a registered trademark for 3 consecutive years in China means it will be subject to cancellation and can be considered inactive. So this is one of the ways to fight companies or individuals that have registered marks in China. A complete search is one that will uncover all types of similar marks, not just those that are identical. As part of the overall examination process, the search will involve a search within its database to determine whether registration must be refused because a similar mark is already registered for related products or services. All right. Now, in China, the advantage or disadvantage, if you will, in China is that the trademark registration process is a first-to-file system. This means that the first party to file for the registration of the trademark will be granted the rights of that trademark. A trademark in China is valid up to 10 years, with the renewal process being requested 6 months prior to the expiration date. And the application process does currently take between 9 and 12 months. In some instances, it could even be a little bit over a year. The downside to the first file system is that the law in China allows anyone to register a trademark irrespective of whether it is owned by another party or it is in use in another jurisdiction. If a trademark is not currently registered in China, anyone can lay claim to it. That means that your trademarks could be legally owned by another party, leaving you locked out of the country. Now, certain considerations I would recommend doing is, number one, understanding what do you want to register in China? What are your brand assets? What are you going to be using for your marketing, on your products, on your marketing material, etc.? Is it a logo? Is it a brand name? Is it a company motto? Are they designs, etc.? Once you have this idea of what the brand assets are, the next step then is to understand whether these brand assets are available by doing this trademark search. Once you come to a conclusion that, yes, everything is good to go, you have to understand who is going to be the trademark owner, and obviously concretely go into the subclasses of the 45 different classes that exist, understanding exactly what activities you are going to be doing with those brand assets in China. What we want to avoid are trademark hijackers and trademark squatters who are basically in bad faith registering your brand name in China because they see that it has the potential of bringing value to them. Okay, so I hope that you've taken something away from this. Please remember that for new market entrants into China, it is illegal for you to sell any goods or services bearing your trademark in China if it has already been registered. It's also illegal for you to manufacture or source goods from China bearing your brand assets if they've already been registered in China. So really, whatever service, whatever product you're selling, whatever activity you're doing in China, you should be, as a first priority, thinking about registering your brand assets, registering your trademarks. I haven't touched on patents today. I haven't touched on copyrights today. But if you are thinking about looking at the full scope of what needs to be done, think about those aspects as well. Now, if you've got more questions about trademarks, how to protect yourself, how to save your brand, how to save your brand assets, and how to manage your registrations, then reach out to us. I'm going to provide you a link to our diary, and we'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you. If you're interested to learn more about what we do at Woodburn Accountants and Advisors, head on over to our website. It's woodburnglobal.com. And last but not least, if you enjoyed today's video, please like it, please share it. It allows us to garner a greater audience and help more people that may be struggling in the Chinese market. I wish you a great day. Take care and goodbye.